Hi, and welcome to a small cap brief update on a formerly covered company, EDM Resources Inc. I originally wrote and recorded a piece in July of 2025, continue to monitor the company. Lots of exciting things going on. Once again, the purpose of this is to identify Canadian companies that can add to the Canadian economy. This is not to be construed as investment advice. Please consult an investment advisor for information on investing. So let's get started. So again, they're focused on the development and production of high purity gypsum from their mine in Nova Scotia. Facility looks amazingly in really good shape. I was originally attracted to this when the stock was halted related to a gypsum offtake agreement. Again, I will post this report on my website and people can take a look at it. There's an image showing the location and the actual mine. I want to get right into some of the more recent developments. As you can see here, shares outstanding is higher. They did complete a private placement at 11 cents with a 14-cent warrant, full warrant. They did have insider participation. One of the interesting things is the market cap has increased dramatically, up approximately $18 million since July of last year. As far as stock chart, beginning in January, massive increase in volume. Obviously, the share price has gone from approximately 10 cents. I believe it hit a high of 34 cents today, being February 10th. Trading at 35 cents. Another very interesting thing that has taken place over the last little while is U.S. activity. It is a pink sheet listing. In other words, they don't report any information in the U.S. Somebody has taken the initiative to provide a quotation, again, on the pink sheets, but you're looking at massive increase in volume and activity in the U.S. I don't see any U.S. marketing, so somebody in the U.S. again has taken interest in this. News since the last update. Again, silver royalty agreement, positive results of a dense media separation study. They also put out that they found gold grades in concentrate assays. These are historical concentrate assays. Again, private placement, insider participation. They did an update on their milestones in 2025. Again, lots of things are related to the approval from the government. They did submit for the Fisheries Act authorization application to the Department of Fisheries and Oceans. This is after 3 years of extensive work, including environmental engineering, indigenous engagement. You know, the test for a lot of these companies will be how quickly will the government approve the official opening of this. I mean, we've heard a lot of information about Canada and how, we want to rely on domestic, whether it be manufacturing, raw materials. Obviously, there's been a massive uptake in people interested in precious metals, base metals. This ties directly into Canada succeeding on a global stage. Not only can they use the products that they produce in country, but they can also export. Moving on, as far as their marketing and IR, there are some videos. They did start a YouTube channel. Last video was on October 31st. They did increase the amount of subscribers from 21 to 54. That's positive. X, nothing has really taken place. LinkedIn, nothing. Like, there are a few more followers, but not many. Last post 5 months ago, only one like, that was me. There are 2 videos from proactive investors. That's interesting. The amount of views, not high. I don't believe they promoted it. But again, 151 views for one video, 95 views for other one. Again, people can download this report and look at all this information. Here is the EDM Journal, which is their YouTube channel, 10 videos. They're pretty good. I mean, you know what? I really like seeing when they're on the ground where the project or the asset is. Very hands-on. I don't believe they are promoting this across any social channels. Certainly, with the amount of warrants they have and what at 14 cents, so they are in the money. I mean, you need to get a lot of trading activity, and that exercising those warrants just puts more cash in the till. Again, it'll be interesting to see how the relationship is with the shareholders that own it. But again, promoting this may bring more trading activity and again, more interest to the company, maybe even a buyout. I don't know. Again, closing thoughts. Again, that U.S. activity is very interesting. If that were to continue, I think we would see, obviously the Canadian volume will pick up wherever the US volume is. I mean, right now, you definitely are finding Canadian investors are looking at whether it's gold and silver, uranium, rare earth metals. The government has talked about it. It seems to be a common theme across pretty much everywhere in the investment community. But again, if U.S. interest comes into Canadian small caps, we could see some massive price movement and certainly volume. What does that do? It's going to attract more capital into the mining industry in Canada. Same key risks. They do have financing risks. I believe they need $31 million to put the plant into production. Again, could there be competition? Of course, operation delays. I mean, the main thing is the government. They did submit that Fisheries Act application. Let's see how quickly they do it. And again, as far as what does this mean? Eastern Canada, more jobs, larger tax base, domestic source of raw materials. Again, thanks for checking this out. It's been a while since I did one. I'm going to catch up on some of the other companies that I've followed. I'm going to upload a copy of this where all the links will be live on my website at boardmarker.net. And again, I do own a small amount of shares in this company. Personally, I wish I would have bought more, but always consult an investment advisor as it relates to investment in any company. Thank you.